Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, you're welcome and I hope you all are doing well. So for today's video, I'm going to be drafting a quick basic pattern block. So with that said, let's jump right into it. So here are the measurements you will need right here on the screen. So first thing first, I'm going ahead to fold the pattern paper using the width of my bust measurement. So divided by 4, so that's what I did. So fold it over so that way I can draft the front and back pattern on one side. So first thing I'm going ahead to do, I'm going ahead to mark my my bust point. So starting the line I make on top, that is the shoulder line or the neckline. So from there I'm going ahead to mark my bust point, and also I'm going ahead to mark my waist point. Okay, so next I'm going ahead to measure at my bust measurement, the circumference of my measurement divided by 4. So I'm going ahead to measure a quarter of the measurement of my bust. I'm just going ahead to mark it there, and I'm going to be doing the same thing on the waist. So my waist measurement divided by 4, and I'm going ahead to mark it right there. So from the bust point, I'm going ahead to mark 1 inch upward, which would be the armhole line or the armhole point. So from there, I'm going ahead to mark 7 inches. So this would be for the shoulder measurement. So my shoulder to shoulder measurement is 14 inches. So divided by 2, that gives me 7. So I'm just going ahead to connect that to the top of the line. So from this very line, I'm going ahead to measure out my armhole depth. So I'm using 7 inch for the armhole depth. So for the next step, I'm going ahead to measure out the neck width. So I'm using 3 inches for the neck width. And for the front neck depth, I'm using 3 inches for the front neck depth. And for the back neck depth, I'm going to be using 1 inch. So right here, I'm going ahead to mark 3 inches for the front neck depth. So next, right now, I'm going ahead to mark out 1 inch for the back neck depth. Okay, so moving on to the armhole part, I'm going ahead to divide the 7 inch into 2, so that gives me 3.5. So from that point, I'm going to be marking 1/2 inch inward for the front armhole curve. So right here, I'm going ahead to mark 1/2 inch inward. So again, this would be for the front armhole curve. Okay, next step, I'm going ahead to draw in the shoulder slope. Okay, so now that I have the shoulder slope, I'm going ahead to draw in the front armhole curve using a curve ruler. Okay, so next I'm going to go ahead and draw in the back armhole curve. Okay, moving on to the next step, I'm going to be connecting the waist point to the bust point. Okay, so before going ahead to cut out the pattern, I'm going to go ahead and remove, not remove, I'm going to go ahead and mark 1 inch inward at the folded point. So this 1 inch, I'm going to be cutting it out of the back pattern. So I'm just going ahead to mark it so that way I can connect it to the waist point, to the side waist point. Okay, so next I'm going ahead to cut out the pattern paper following the back armhole curve and the back neck line. Okay, so now that I have that cut out, I'm going to transfer the 1 inch onto the back part of the pattern. Okay, so next I'm just going ahead to open up the pattern paper so that way I can remove the part that I don't need for the back part of the pattern. So I'm just cutting it using the scissors to cut a bit straight into the 1 inch point, and next I'm going to cut that out from the back pattern. Okay, so that's the back right there. So next I'm gonna go ahead and cut out the front neckline, doing the same thing. Gonna cut a straight line at the folded point, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut out the front neckline. So here you go. So this is the pattern right here, front and back together, front and back. Okay, so here you go. I didn't add any seam allowance to the pattern paper because I'm going to be cutting this out on a stretchy fabric, so I don't really need a seam allowance for that. But you can go ahead and add in your seam allowance before going ahead to cut out the pattern, okay? Okay, so this is the final result of the basic pattern. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you find this video helpful. If you do, please give it a big thumbs up. And also, if you're new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button down below. If you already subscribed, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for popping by today. And I'll see you all in my next one.